Hey guys, Pete from Real Fit PT Courses. Today is going to be about branding versus public image. Now, branding is a massive subject that I really like getting into, but a lot of personal trainers, a lot of fitness professionals essentially see branding as posting some topless pictures on Instagram. Now, as much as this is some people's angle, that ain't branding in the slightest. Okay, think of branding. If you look after your brand will look after you. It's a very true statement, because your brand is the entire persona of your business, the entire persona of what you're about, everything about your reputation, what you do, what you're about, what you stand for, what you strive for. And this should be a focus. I know some people are a little bit uncomfortable when you sit down and talk about the bigger parts of business and what you're actually there for, what you're trying to do. But ultimately, you're in the game, if you're becoming a personal trainer, of dealing with people, and people buy from people. So we need to know what it is you're about, what it is you stand for, what you're trying to strive for, what's your ultimate goal, because this is then going to align with the clients you're trying to get. And hey presto, you're going to work with people you actually like spending time with, which is one of the main goals. So branding is everything. Branding is your entire brand. It's going to be your reputation, it's going to be how you sell, how you place yourself, the look of everything about your business. Your brand is really important, and it's a really important thing you understand, because all you got to remember about the simple posting pictures of yourself looking great on Instagram is that's fine. Some people do that because they say, look what I can achieve, and you can emulate that. My personal opinion is that unless you're going for people in exactly the same situation as you, age range and available time, etc, then they can do that, because all they've got to do is copy and mimic what you do, and 90% of the time that might work well. But for a lot of people, you go for clientele that aren't necessarily going to be able to achieve what you can achieve. So that's where your branding comes in, because you then build that sphere of people understanding what you're about, and then you're going to attract people that fit. If, for example, you're in immense shape, you put a lot of pictures of yourself looking great, but you're trying to attract, for example, people over 40 who have got very stressful London-based jobs, who want to get healthier, feel a bit better. It's maybe unrealistic for them to get six packs and maintain that, for the most part. Obviously, if you're looking for transformation type of stuff and it fits in, then that's going to work. But for people that are doing that longer term change, that's not going to be realistic. So stop thinking of branding as a social media highlight reel. Branding is your entire persona, is what you're all about. And that's going to be the key thing that's going to differentiate you between normal PTs that just go out there, throw a couple of pictures of them looking good, doing bicep curls, looking swole as F, but there's no real substance behind it. And the PTs that do really well, and the fitness professionals that do really well and have got a big name for themselves, are those that understand the power of a brand and how to build a brand. You've only got to look at kind of the big names, the likes of Phil Lermy, Jamie Alderton, Nick Mitchell, those kind of guys. They've got a strong brand, and they understand the power of having a brand and not just being a one-dimensional stereotypical PT, which is very important. And it obviously shows they've got a lot of talent, a lot of know-how, and their brand has mean they've accelerated to kind of a real big height. So this is the difference. A lot of PTs will, they'll start off, they'll just think that all they've got to do is put pictures of themselves training on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and that is a brand. That is not a brand. That is an additional bit of content that should be relevant to who you're talking to. So that is branding in a nutshell. Obviously there's massive amount of detail and layers that get taught in the courses, but it's just an overview to understand what branding is, as opposed to social media highlight reel. If you've got any questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will no doubt be on your feed soon.